Okay, today is the 15th of May 2019. I'm a bit late, but we're going to look at the original, what I was taught was, or is, the original Celtic Cross. And I did a diagram. I'll see if I can take a photograph and put it over there. But if not, then this is what it looks like. It's like a cube, but if you open out a cube, you can end up with 6 sides. And you might recognize the shape because it's religious. So, and what you do is you lay one card in each of the 6 positions. The important thing to remember is that you need to use a deck that where the major trumps and the minor trumps have not been mixed. So, and you use either the major trumps or the minor trumps, and you keep them separate. So, with that in mind, there's a video about this where I give some details. I'm going to skip the details at the moment to get to the actual cards. And what you do is, this is the layout. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down below, and 6 in the middle. And all I was told when I was given this was that the 6th card is the unifying factor. So I'm thinking that what it's telling us is this is what is going to make it all come together. So someone I don't know tried this, watched the video and tried the Celtic Cross, and the question was, what is her, I'm assuming it's a woman, what does my son feel about me? And the question was, then she put it in French, quels sont ses sentiments envers moi? Which means, what is feeling? Now, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I think it's probably a woman, only because women would maybe be more concerned about that. And then I don't know how old the son is. He could be 12, he could be 25, he could be 40. And I don't know if the son is at home with the mother or with the person, or if he's left and he's making his own life elsewhere. All of which can be important, because if you're trying to give solutions or suggestions then to make the relationship better, then what would work for a 12-year-old is not going to work for a 25-year-old. So in some cases, you need to know who it is you're dealing with and what the circumstances are. So I'm using a camera here, and I've got a 20-minute limit, so I'm aware of the time. So, and I may end up coming back to this. It depends if you have comments or questions about it. So the first card that went, so what we're going to look at first is, this is like a circle, like a wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, go round and round and round. And then 5 and 6, I think we'll consider later. So if we look at 1, 2, 3, 4 as being maybe a cycle that the son goes through, because it's going to answer the question of, how does the son feel about the mother, or how does the son feel about the questioner? But it can also be, the answer is going to be the answer because this is a cycle that he goes through, or he has been through, and he's going to go through more than once. Because, because some circumstances repeat, and so this 1, 2, 3, 4 can be a kind of repetition that the son goes through. So the first card was death reversed, then the world, then the sun, and then the tower. And it's a bit like, so how does the son feel about the questioner? Death reversed. He doesn't want a fresh start, either because he just doesn't want it or because the time is not right. So death is new beginnings. It's upside down. He doesn't want to make a fresh start. Then the world. So he makes his decision, and if you've ever had a cold, if you do nothing, you go 3 or 4 days and then you don't have a cold anymore. And not having a cold anymore is like the end of having a cold. And so the son, I think, with death reversed, he doesn't want to make a fresh start, but time is going to pass, and then he's going to reach the end of that thread of thinking or that thread of feeling. So he doesn't want to make a fresh start. Then he's going to reach the end point. And then the next card is the sun upright. So he's going to be more friendly and more willing, but it's followed by the tower. It all falls apart. If we'd had a different card following the tower, then there would be an improvement after the end point represented by the world, because it's the last major trump. There'd be an end point, and then there'd be an improvement beyond that, because if we had the sun, then let's say the lovers, then there's a connection. But so what I'm thinking is the son, he is unwilling to make a fresh start. He's kind of stuck. Then time passes, and then he's a little bit more motivated with the sun, but it falls apart. So it's as if maybe he would reach out, but the mother, the questioner doesn't answer the phone or isn't home. And so he immediately lapses back into thinking, this is terrible, I'm doomed, represented by the world, by death reversed. But the thing is, if it is the mother, questions about the mother can also answer or give information about the thought processes of the individual. This is because the moon is astrologically is the mother, but the moon is also the mental personality. So you get ideas about how the person thinks. And I'm thinking that the sun is, the way he was born, the way he's built, it's a bit like some people tend to see the worst, or are more influenced by what's going wrong. It's like, is the glass half full or is it half empty? And I look at the glass and think it's half full, because I'm kind of optimistic. Whereas the sun, I think, would look at it and think it's half empty, and it's only going to get worse, because we've got death reversed and we've got the tower as well in his thinking or his cycle that he goes through. Then, you know what a table is. So we've got the idea of a table, which is like a flat surface with maybe 4 legs. But you get all these variations of tables. They can have more than 4 legs. They can have slats instead of actual pins or legs. And they can be made of all sorts of different things. So you've got the idea of the table, and then you've got actual versions of the table. So the card down below is the Hermit reversed. So it's a bit like death reversed is his situation of not wanting to make a fresh start. And a variation of that, or an example of that, he's going to get to be the Hermit reversed. So he's going to feel on his own and unwanted. I'm thinking of the Hermit on their own, but it's upside down. So it's like you feel nobody loves you, nobody cares about you, and you're stuck on your own. It's not that you've chosen to be isolated or you've chosen to be on your own. The Hermit upside down is people have turned against you and you've been forced to be on your own and you don't like it. Then then time passes and there's an end point, and then there's a new beginning, but it doesn't work out because of the tower. And the middle card is the Devil reversed. So the Devil. So the sixth card is the unifying factor. It's what brings it all together, and maybe what explains why the answer is. So how does he feel about the mother? He doesn't want to make a fresh start, and even if he does, it's not going to work out. It's what he thinks at the moment. And so I don't know what the questioner's questions would be about, can I make it better, or what can I do to improve it, or is it always going to be this way? I don't know any follow-up questions. All I was told, or all I got was, how does he feel about the questioner? And so he doesn't want a fresh start. He's not interested. Then even if he is interested, represented by the sun, it's not going to work. And then this makes him more depressed or more isolated with the hermit reversed. And what's the unifying? What brings it all together? The devil reversed. You've got the man and the woman, people chained and tied and upside down. And it's a bit like, it's why does he feel this way? Because I think actually because of, I would look at it and say because of religion, because people are brought up to believe certain things about life and about people and about what's correct and what's incorrect and what's good behavior, and should we or can we expect to be happy in this lifetime, or are we going to get punished? Or maybe we're being punished now because of sins of the parents, or that all that kind of strange, manipulative, religious ideas that people are brought up with and they're brought up to believe. So, if I don't want to go on too long, because the question was, how does the sun feel about the questioner? And at this point, not very compatible and not that interested in making a fresh start. He is momentarily, because we've got the sun and the third position, but we've also got the tower. So the momentary sense of, okay, maybe there could be a good connection represented by the sun is quite quickly destroyed from the tower, and that just makes him more isolated with the hermit reversed, and maybe he thinks it's just life. What else can I expect? I don't deserve anything better. So at this point, I'm also thinking of the time and the camera cutting out. So let me leave it at that. And if you have comments or questions, if you're the questioner, send me an email. If you're just a viewer, I don't mean just a viewer, if you're one of the viewers, and you have ideas about what could be done or what to do or how to approach this particular kind of reading or this particular kind of layout, then let me know and we'll take it from there. And next is going to be, I've got 3 or 4 different things to look at. One of them is going to be about, I think maybe the next one's going to be about crystals. If it's not, then it'll be the one after that will be about crystals, because I may do one on the tarot and notes, maybe just to lighten things up a little bit, because the tarot, the crystal one, people may not like, only because people are attached to crystals and they want people, we generally speaking want people to tell us that what we believe is good and correct. But I'm thinking I've got a different kind of message for you. Not that it's bad, but it may prove to be controversial, what I'm going to say. Thank you very much. I'm rambling here, and I'll see you in a couple of days, but it may be even tomorrow. It depends how it goes. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.